What is going on, everyone? Welcome back. Abel here with STL Tones. Today we're going to be checking out the all-new Tonality series plugin from Wes Borland of Limp Bizkit. I was so stoked when I heard that this plugin was coming out. Wes Borland is easily one of the most unique guitar players that I have ever heard. I mean, that's not even talking about the way he dresses on stage, because that's got its own type of unique. But of course, as a guitar player, as a riff writer, as a songwriter, he is easily one of the most innovative and unique guitar players ever to be born out of nu metal. I remember when the whole wave of nu metal was hitting, and of course I loved every bit of it. It's the music that I essentially grew up on, and a lot of what made me the guitar player that I am today. But one of the biggest standouts out of all that was always Wes Borland. You could always count on him to write some of the most unique yet simple riffs that just hit every single time. So we're gonna go through a detailed walkthrough of the plugin so that you guys are familiar with all of the ins and outs, and we're gonna get into all the presets. So without further ado, let's hop in and start checking this thing out. All right, guys, so the first thing I wanna run you through, in case you guys aren't very familiar with an STL Tones plugin layout, is just the standard UI. Now, if you guys see here on the bottom, you guys have your input, you have your output all the way on the right-hand side. You've got your gate right here, which is just a noise gate. You've got a tuner, your stomp boxes, your amplifier, cabinet, effects, and of course all of your MIDI stuff is right over here on the end. Very intuitive layout, very easy to use. If you see over here on the right hand side of the top, you have your routing. So I have it locked, but I'm going to unlock it. You go down here, you can choose through mono stereo, stereo. I have it in mono stereo right now. What I'm going to do is go ahead and lock that, so no matter what preset, no matter what I change in the plugin, that's going to stay the same. If you look over to the left hand side, you have your presets. Now this one comes with a cool list of presets from Wes Borland himself, but of course if you want to create your own, you can go ahead and do that here in the preset bank, so you can save all the tones that you've created. And quickly to note, over here next to the input knob, you have the input level listener. Now what this is going to do is allow you to set the input correctly depending on what kind of guitar and pickups you have. So you're just going to click on the input listener, you're going to click this drop down box, and you're going to select what kind of pickups you have. If you're not sure, I highly recommend doing a quick Google search, going to find your pickups and finding out what kind they are. This is going to be very important. So if you've got medium output like I do, and then it's going to naturally select what needs to be done. So now that you guys are familiar with the plugin and what's going on, you guys have your input listener selected properly. We're gonna start going through all of the features in the plugin. Let's check out the amplifiers first. So amp 1 is based on a Roland JC120, which honestly, this is the first time I've ever actually seen one of these get modeled. But again, just adding to the unique nature of what Wes does. Amp number 2 is going to be based on a Diesel VH4. Which is a pretty crazy, awesome metal amplifier that I have played through before. They are sick amplifiers. And then number 3 is going to be based on a Selmer Zodiac 50 Mark II amplifier. Moving into your stomp section, the mini filter is based on an Electro Harmonics mini filter, and then the Big Wes is based on, obviously, the Big Muff, which is a very famous fuzz pedal. Going over into your effects section, you guys have this. This is really cool. I love this because I actually used to have one of these back in the day. I remember when the first line of Ibanez pedals came out. I just thought they looked really cool. I didn't care what they sounded like. They just looked awesome. And I knew that the buttons, you could push them down and they would lock into place. So I really didn't care what it sounded like when I bought it. I just thought it looked really awesome. So this is based on an Ibanez chorus flanger. Now to the left, the Borland delay is based on an Echoplex. And then you can clearly see that this is based on a Boss DD8 delay. So hitting the cabinet section, what STL Tones has basically done is modeled all of his touring live rig cabinets. So that includes the combo amplifiers and the cabinets that he's using. They did that with a ton of different microphones so that you guys have all those different options. You can easily select which microphone you want by highlighting the cabinet, and you see on the right hand side you'll get a drop down box where you can pick whatever microphone you'd like to use. The 57, you got a 421, you got a 54, so you have a ton of options there. Now if you guys aren't familiar with an STL Tones cabinet section, it's very intuitive, very straightforward and easy to use. If you guys look here, you have distance, angle, high pass filter, a low pass filter, you have resonance, and of course you can just do all this just by manually dragging the microphone around the speaker until you get it where you want it. You can just actively listen until you get the tone that you want. And of course, you can just drag this right here and sort of blend in between different cabinets and microphones to get whatever you want. So the options are endless. It's just very, very straightforward and easy to use. So that is the tour of the Wes Borland Tonality plugin. And now comes the fun part. We get to plug in a guitar and check out the raw tones. The signal chain for this is going to be this Minez Duvel Elite. We have Seymour Duncan pickups. We're going into a Universal Audio Aero interface. We're going into Cubase. And of course, we are running the Tonality plugin. So let's go with the presets first and start checking this stuff out. Some of these are very easy to identify, and some of them just seem to be named by what you wanted to name them, which is really, really cool. All right, so the first preset we're gonna start with, because I feel like it's the most recognizable right out of the box, is gonna be My Way 1. And you'll know exactly what I'm talking about as soon as I play this, so check this out. That is so sick, because I remember listening to that song and wondering what kind of effects he has on that. How is he getting that specific tone? Because it's not just a regular standard issue echo delay type of a tone. It's pretty specific. All right, so let's check out Standard Heavy 2. That sounds so sick. It's so cool to click on a preset and then hear exactly what you hear on a record. There's no guesswork. You're not trying to dial things in. And it's just so sick that it's Limp Bizkit. Because, I mean, who saw that coming? So let's check out Standard Heavy 1. Little nookie action. All right, let's check out something else. Let's hear. All right, you guys want to play a little game of name that tune or name that riff, whatever you want to call it? Check this out. That's so sick, man. Oh, it's so cool. All right, let's check out Hot Dog Clean. This one is obviously directly lifted off the song Hot Dog from the Chocolate Starfish record. This riff is kind of weird to play. It essentially relies on the bounce back of the delay. So it's kind of weird to get it right. So let's see if I can do it, but check this out. Such a weird riff to play, but it's so cool. And it's so cool how it's just set up. So you have a bunch of cool presets to play with, and obviously some of those are correlating directly with songs from Limp Bizkit. So that is really cool. But now let's just try to build a tone on our own. You guys know me, metal is my thing. So let's just kind of build a quick metal tone just to see how easy it is to also take this same plugin and just turn it into what you want. So let's go ahead and get a standard, let's go ahead and turn everything off. Just get kind of like a quick standard tone, see what we got here. And then obviously we have these other amplifiers, so you can just check out the cleans in Amp 1, which are also pretty cool. All All right, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap it up for me. If you are a Limp Bizkit fan, a Wes Borland fan, this is a must-have because you're not going to get tones like this anywhere else. This is 100% specific to the unique nature of how he plays guitar and to the very unique nature of how that translates into Limp Bizkit. So as always, if you guys are watching this video, that means this is now live and available for download over at stltones.com. So head on over there, check this thing out, download your copy. As always, if you guys liked the video, please hit that like, that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you see all the new videos and products that STL Tones is rolling out. My name is Abel Hernandez, and I will catch you guys on the next video.